Oh, it just went out. Okay. But this right here is Pope Gregory. I'm going to let the focus come in. This is Pope Gregory the 13th. Hopefully it focuses in. I know it's real bright right now. Give it a second. There we go. That's Pope Gregory the 13th who instituted the Gregorian calendar. I hope you got a quick glimpse of him. I'm gonna let it come in focus again. Give it a second. So I'm working off the camera on my computer, so he's kind of bright right now. There he is right there. So this is the guy who instituted the Gregorian calendar that the world follows right now. And during the time, this is where we start getting into the meat of the subject. During the time, there was a calendar crisis because the very famous and very known pagan holiday that was being followed back then at this time, this calendar was established, and even now, which involves eggs and Resurrection Sunday and the painting of eggs and Easter, or I'm sorry, I didn't want to say that, but I kind of gave it away. But egg hunts and putting on your best suit and going to these so-called church congregations. This was actually being celebrated at this time. But this calendar crisis, even at this time, because they were celebrating this pagan holiday at this time, they were having a crisis concerning the calendar, which was established at that time because this holiday that they celebrated, that people even celebrate now with the eggs and the painting of the eggs and the suits and Resurrection Sunday, is with the calendar that was being used then, their holiday was getting pushed farther and farther back, closer to the beginning of March. And that was a conflict of interest of them, for a lack of a better phrase, because their holiday was supposed to be celebrated during the vernal equinox, or the first day of spring. So they had to come up with some kind of way that they could keep their holiday during the vernal equinox and have it line up correctly on their calendar, which is where things get interesting. So at this time, when the Gregorian calendar was instituted, what was being used before the Gregorian calendar was instituted, or what was established during this time, was what was called the Julian calendar, which was established by Julius Caesar. And at this time, when the Gregorian calendar was being established, the Julian calendar was already 1600 years old. And this Julian calendar was established in 46 BCE. And that's, you want to pay attention to this term, because 46 BCE means before Hamashiach, or whom the world ignorantly calls Christ or Jesus. I call him Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. But this holiday with the painting of the eggs and so forth was going on before he was even born. This Julian calendar that they were using to keep this holiday was established 46 years before he was born. So that tells you right there that this particular holiday with the painting of the eggs and so forth, initially and originally didn't have anything to do with Hamashiach, the captain of our salvation, or our savior. So that's a point that we're going to touch on a little bit further as we go through the lesson. But what we have established now is that the Gregorian calendar that we follow now was established by Pope Gregory, who became Pope in 1572 during the time of a calendar crisis, because this holiday that they celebrated kept getting pushed closer and closer to the beginning of March based on this Julian calendar that was established by Julius Caesar in 46 BC. And around the time that Pope Gregory came on the scene in 1572, this calendar was already 1600 years old. And this holiday, which was being celebrated even in 46 BC, really couldn't have anything to do with Hamashiach, or who the world calls Christ, because this so-called holiday was being celebrated before he was born.